Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the preview of the auction for July the 9th this month, running a week late because of our last sale of the Ivan Polly and also the Jack Vetrianos. Thank you to everyone who supported us in that. So let's have a look what we've got today. The world map from Michelin there. We've some Victorian decanters, and look at this, a lovely set of crystal there, all the decanters and the glasses, the beautiful oak unit. And look at this unit, absolutely fantastic for displaying anything you want. Nice and heavy, properly made. Cost the lady, I'm led to believe, over £2,500. I reckon you could get that for a tenth of it today at our auction. There we go. There's for taking off your wellies. And here we have some pictures there, Victorian pictures. Right, let's move along here. Lots of usual stuff under the tables just to keep people happy. We have the miniature right and slope crocodiles. We have the old Horner there, the wee vintage one. Look at that, some seating pottery. Beautiful, beautiful copper head there, very heavy of the horse. Absolutely amazing Art Nouveau there. Is it Art Nouveau, Art Deco? Anyway, art something. Yes, art cabinet there. Lovely stuff. As you can see, all on display. Beautiful little paper mache tea caddy there with a jar inside, etc. Absolutely some beautiful stuff as usual. There we go with the lady wooden figurines there, approximately 3.5 feet high. A poster of Vetriano. We sold the real ones. Knitting machines. Lots of good collectibles. Look at all this. Beautiful still lifes. One there with a sheep. And it's still life because they're painted still, aren't they? There we go. Look at these glasses here. Look at the size of them, about 2 feet high. That's a very, very good wine glass, or is it for candles? You decide. You come along and tell us. Usual DVDs, etc. Stuff underneath. Another wee Dimas helmet. There's the time. You know what time I'm working at tonight. Look at it. There we go. I was in here at 7:30 this morning. So, it's long days, as you know, but we do it all to bring it all to you. And the wee cabinet there. Now, here we go. Vintage fishing reels there. Hardies, etc. And vintage fishing rods. Look up the catalogue. Don't miss them. They are amazing there. Some furniture, as you know, music stands, chairs, etc. There we go, Turkish carpets, lots of little furniture bits and pieces all dotted around. A beautiful kist. And ladies, we haven't forgot about yourselves. Some ladies' golf clubs there. You can buy some men's ones if you want. A lovely wee fishing fountain there, pond for the garden. Very heavy there. There we go, with a carp, etc. Not forgetting these rods again. Take a look at these and the fishing reels. Yeah, come and see me, talk to me about them. Some nice glassware, etc. A Tantalus. And of course, every now and again we're getting some taxidermy. This is a very, very old one. We wouldn't take in anything modern, as you well know. And here we have a selection of punk, etc. records. Some very, very rare ones there. You can look them up. You can't even find some of them. So come and speak to us about that. We have a good selection of piggins in, vintage ones, etc. The usual bits in the cabinet. Look at that. Absolute beautiful Art Nouveau there. And a Shelley vase. Or vase, if we're not being posh. Vase or vase, tomato. Anyway, there we go. Star Wars bit in there. Nice things. This is an original Jolly Bank, not a copy. This is an original one. There's the buses. Wait for a bus and more than one comes along, isn't it? That's what happens. Haven't had a bus in for a while. There we go. We have some toy missiles. You can take them home. Tilly lamps. We have a selection of whiskies. Again, some vintage beers, collectible beers. We have solitaire. If you would like to play the game on your own. model cars, and we have quite a good selection of tools, old and new. You really have to come through and see them. There's the plane, there's the wings, because we couldn't get it up with a big wing span on it. We've got the boxes. Look at that for a pinch bar. 1.8 meters high. Vintage tools there. There we go. Look at that. Jador. Lovely. We've got some signs. Any prizes, who will be buying them or trying to buy them. Now, this is an Oliver desk vise. Very, very, very rare. That's not cracked, it's just a bit of paint, but it's an Oliver. Come and see about that. Come and speak to me. More fishing stuff from the same gentleman. Lovely gentleman brought all that in. We've got the usual tools underneath. We've got the typewriter. And this is very, very unusual. From 1904 by Lord and Lady Aberdeen. And it's all the station masters of the Great Northern of Scotland. Great North of Scotland, sorry about that. Station masters there, dated 1904. Absolutely amazing. They are gun holders, they are great things. Lots of stuff in this sale, lots and lots. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's my favourite sale, but it's not far behind it, because my favourite sale hasn't happened yet, has it? There we go, the industrial units there for in your house, your kitchens, lovely all polished up and waxed, or in your sheds, garages, etc. More tools now. I'm missing out here, aren't I? Old wall hanging, not wall hanging, coat hanging. That's for hanging your clothes on, gentlemen. Also known as the floor or the chair. Yes, now there we go. Vintage bottles, etc. Tins, bowls, vintage dolls. All these vintage German dolls with the heads, etc. There we go. Lots of toys, vintage boxes underneath. More dolls, some very, very rare miniature ones, dolls down there as well. And just look at all this nice stuff. Lovely paperweights in there from Alec. Some more Tilly lamps, etc. Tilly lamp collectors, you know who you are. There's a DIY job. Make 3 into 1. The Gladstone back, the telephones, if you fancy giving someone a ring. Golf balls, there, golfers that lose them all. There we go. Come to Smile Scotland, get your golfers, tins with buttons. A few little miniatures there, so we call it a good night in. And various bits up there. Lovely piece of cranberry glass there, as found, of course. So speak to us about that. AF on it. Now, Sexton library books there, etc. Very, very rare. The wool winders. All these things, lovely. There's the Wombos, Mickey Mouse, and the Walt Disney dolls there. Bet they have a party when I go home. Very, very collectible books, encyclopedias, etc. Come and see us about that. There we go. More furniture. Here we have the TTR, the Trix Twin Railways. We have Banksy's posters, limited editions. More metal containers, etc. Bolt bins, etc. Great in kitchens as well. Spice racks and things, ladies. Paint them the colours you want. Lovely. There we go. And gentlemen, of course, the spice racks. We're all good cooks nowadays, aren't we? Lovely metal containers there. And here we have some exceptional things. Look at these. These 2 tins there, the needle point and the British ship ones there from Lyons Toffee. Tell me when you've seen another one. And tell me where you've seen one estimated under 200. Well, that will be here. The Global Pig, another thing from Piggins. We have in from another charity, the 4 Burns pictures there, all framed, number 59 of 1,000, all of them. Sorry, it doesn't show it very good. There we go. So we have the paper knives, the fruit knives, all silver. Here we have all the matchstick holders with the strikers, etc., etc. Look at these lovely wee lighters. Some gold and silver buttons. There we go. And there we have a Vilroy's from Bosch. Look at that. Soft cheese knife. Lovely. Save yourself 20 quid, buy it here. Well, unless it goes up for a bit more money. You never know. Right. And then we have the chef's knives there. The cross pens. Not because they're angry, it's just the make of them, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lovely wee instrument, absolutely beautiful instrument case here. Silver things, spoons, Norwegian stuff, and a very, very old watch there. Silver. A wee dram at the end of the night, there we go. So, we're just about have it all done now. We've got the garden equipment over here for going outside in the gardens. We've got a Turkish rug, which you haven't seen. And these planters, nearly give you a hernia carrying them. But they'll still be here when we're long and gone, ladies and gentlemen. They are a beautiful set. I think they're about 77 centimetres long. There we go. The mirror, the Turkish rug goes all the way down, nearly 2.4 metres long. Brassware, etc. Here's a vintage printing press there. That top bit's just a slate bit, it's not meant to be in it. But there we go. You know, and then you think, I'm going out for the night. Well, we'll just go to Smile Scotland auction and we'll get a red label vintage Levi's jacket. And if you want a little bit of knowledge, can't be bothered with the internet, this is the volume 11. There we go, the 11th edition, 1910 Britannica encyclopedias, soft bound leather. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look at all these vintage toys. Vintage toys are down there, vintage